Hi! Today we are going to learn how to use gerunds and infinitives. What is a gerund? A gerund is the ing form of a verb used as a subject or object of a sentence. So we have some examples here. Running is the gerund in this case. So running is my favorite exercise. So is the verb and running is a gerund working as a noun. Listening to music makes me feel good. Listening to music is a gerund working as a noun, and makes is the verb. I love writing, and I am afraid of flying. All these cases represent a gerund working as a subject or as an adjective. But what is an infinitive? An infinitive is a base form of a verb. It often acts as a noun and starts with the word to. So we have some examples. To be on time is significant in American culture. So in this case, to be is working as an infinitive, but also as a noun. So we have some more examples. We try to arrive on time. I like to write fantasy tales. You are here to learn. All of these cases represent an infinitive working as a noun or for specific functions. When talking about a gerund or an infinitive, we are going to see that we need to apply some rules because some verbs are followed by a gerund, but some of them are followed by an infinitive. So for example, when talking about gerunds, we have some verbs as considered that it is followed by a verb using the ing form. So for example, I haven't considered looking for a new job. But when talking about infinitives, we are going to see that some verbs are followed by the infinitive form. So, I hope to do. I hope to see you the next week at the party. So, we need to be careful because some verbs are going to follow an stricter rule using the ing form of the verb or the infinitive form of the verb. However, some verbs are going to be followed by a gerund and an infinitive, but the meaning is going to be different. So we have some examples right here that are going to follow this structure. For example, stop to do and stop doing. In this case, we have stop to do. Stop to do means that someone is going to stop one action in order to do a different one. For example, he stopped to smoke a cigarette to get in the bus. So the person is stopping to smoke a cigarette to get in the bus, a different action. But stop doing means that the person is going to stop an action forever. The person is not going to do that anymore. For example, my dad stopped smoking cigarettes a few years ago. So my dad is not going to smoke anymore. Try to do and try doing. We use try to do when talking about making an effort or attempting to do something difficult. For example, you should try to learn Japanese. Here, the person is suggesting to make an effort about learning Japanese. You should try to learn Japanese because it is attempting to learn something difficult. But try doing means that you are going to try something as an experiment to see the effect. For example, if you have a headache, try drinking some hot tea. The person is trying something to see if it is going to work or not. Regret to do and regret doing. Regret to do means that someone must do something that is unpleasant. For example, when giving the bad news in a hospital, the doctor is in charge of giving the bad news to a family or to a friend. For example, the doctor is going to say to the family, I regret to tell you the bad news, because maybe the person has died. So it is an unpleasant decision to make. Regret doing means that you are going to express that someone doesn't like what they did at the past because it was not a good decision or maybe it was not the perfect situation. So for example, we have Peter regrets moving to Punta Arenas. That means that Peter doesn't want to live there anymore, and he has a specific reason why. Remember to do and remember doing. We are going to use remember to do when speaking about something someone should do. For example, I am going to go to the supermarket and my mom is asking me to pick up some eggs at the supermarket. But I have to remember to pick up them. So for example, make sure you remember to pick up some eggs at the supermarket. I have to remember it. Remember doing is used to speak about a memory that someone has. So for example, I remember meeting Brenda last year. I have a memory about that action. Forget to do and forget doing. We are going to explain how to use forget to do. Forget to do is to indicate that someone forgets something he or she is supposed to do. For example, Steve was in charge of getting some groceries at the supermarket, but he forgot it. So we are going to use Steve forgot to get the groceries at the supermarket. Forget doing. We're going to use forget doing to say that someone doesn't remember something that they have done in the past. So for example, man forgets meeting Tim in Italy. So he doesn't have any memory about it.